Le rata mihi kia koutou katoa, nau mai, hara mai, piki mai, kake mai. A warm welcome to you. It's the Point Chevalier Pirates and the Manurewa Marlins, and this is the final of the ARL Women's Premiership for 2022. Great to have you along here. Ko Dale Husband tēnei, and of course TJ Ashford working with us this afternoon too. Well, that was a classic in the Women's Championship final, and now we're doing battle here with two real proud teams, two high quality squads doing battle for the Premiership. What are you looking forward to most about this head out this afternoon? The Point Chevalier Pirates defending champions, but Manurewa, they want to double it up and get two victories in Women's Rugby League, TJ.
Yeah, obviously a lot riding on the line for both teams, to be honest. Manurewa obviously winning the championship grade for the ladies, but Point Chevalier obviously looking to do the three-peat as well, not just with their women's, but also their Premier First and Premiers for this year. So probably a feat that neither team or no one's been able to do in either way at the moment. So some high-quality players from both sides, so just looking for a high-quality contest.
Really great support here today. Well, let's have a look at the Manurewa Marlins, stacked full of talent and some really fine wahine on show here today. You're involved with the club heavily. Some standout players here to look out for this afternoon, please, DJ.
Yeah, we'll start off with number one, Mackenzie Wiki, been a standout all year for the club, and again, a young one that's been coming through, and a couple of stalwarts for the club, Kelly Maipi. Wearing the number 9 jersey today, not sure she'll be starting there or not, but her and Crystal Rota, look for them to lead by example for their club and just rein them all in and hopefully come away with the win. But again, they've got a very hard opponent in Point Chevalier today.
Well, Point Chev, they've been something of the fairy tale story in recent years as far as the club's concerned. The men have been exceptional, obviously, and a hard-fought victory this year over the Glenora Bears. But even so, what a feather in the cap it's going to be for the wider club if they're able to come away with a victory here this afternoon. Here's their lineup and a few really talented wahine on show again in the Point Chevalier Pirates.
Yeah, number 4, Lanulangi Vaiunu, been a representative level at Kiwi Ferns and also in the Black Ferns as well. She's a very experienced campaigner. Also like the number 9 as well, Capri Pakelt. Quite young, but also shows a fair bit of knowledge towards her game. Her game IQ is quite high as well, so look for her to do some darting runs from that acting half today.
Well, what we do know is that these women know each other very well. They know that there's some class acts in there where the danger players are and what they'll need to do to silence their impact on the game or to minimise it. But that's across the board, and it's the challenge for both teams here today. We've got some really fine players here. Layshawn Albert-Jones has impressed, obviously, over the last couple of years, and a very skillful operator who steers the ship very well. And for the Point Chevalier squad, as we know, they're just really proud of the efforts that their club has made right across the board. It'll be a real boost for them. As I say, if they're able to pick this one up, they've already got the men's and reserve grade titles at the club. They're wanting to wrap it up here by taking a win here in the last of the finals here this afternoon. It's been a really good day of rugby league here for the ARL and for Women's Rugby League. And great to see Francis out there too, and he's a wonderful contributor, terrific bloke as well, the captain of the men's squad, heavily involved in the wahine effort here this afternoon and through season 2022.
Yeah, he's actually been involved with the women's, I believe, for the last couple of years. So, but again, very experienced campaigner, been here, done that. So his knowledge will be quite wealthy for these girls that are having them out there today as well, just guiding them through that process. But a lot of these girls were here last year as well, Dale, so they know exactly what to expect through this big moments. And I'm just looking for a good clash between both sides.
Well, so important at the start, as we've witnessed in previous games. Earlier today, the Under-18 women's final. That was a victory for the Ortala Scorpions over the Howard Hornets in what was a high-quality game. And, of course, we just witnessed a real doozy here this afternoon as well with the 34-24 result for the Manurewa Federal squad up against the Manukau Magpies. 4 tries to young Peaches Peters. What a great individual effort in 2022 finals for her.
Yeah, if you don't know her name already, you will now. And obviously a bit of youth coming through for the club, but expect her to go on leaps and bounds as she continues her development through rugby league.
Good to have you with us here today on Sky Sport. Hope you've been enjoying the action, high-quality game that we've just witnessed, and we're looking forward to some really good footy here too in the next 80 or so minutes. The Women in League, and of course some big ups to all of our New Zealand-based women who are involved in the NRLW. You heard a wedal put out from the Federal. That was, of course, interesting. The challenge to the Warriors to field a women's team and to have us represented in that NRLW would be wonderful and perhaps not too far away.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure the NRL are trying to get all 17 clubs on board in the near future as we see kickoff take place here on your screens. But again, Women's Rugby League is just on the ups at the moment, so we need to make sure we're continuously developing our pathways to keep on track with everything.
So it's Point Chevalier in their distinctive green and white strip, playing right to left. We're broadcasting from the northern touchline here at Mount Smart number 2 in the field, holding up pretty well. There's been a stack of footy played on it in the last few weeks. So Manurewa, once again, with some riches to choose from in Women's Rugby League. A fine effort in the last outing. This is the Korfai squad, or referred to it as the senior squad. But as Serena Clark was able to say, if you don't make top squad, you're still in a very handy second tier competition for the championship. This is the Premiership action that we're watching here today. And on the 40-metre line with a decent start to the game, Crystal Rotter in jersey number 14, playing in that distribution role, taken at the back skillfully too, under some pressure was Queen Iwesi. And so she's up to play the ball too, 15 from her own line, as the Marlins defenders coming in numbers. 11, Waitua Fitarika. Number 8 there on the defensive work is Weta Kohu. But he's one out runnings to be expected. Here's Paris Pickering delivers to the 30. Showing it on the inside. Nice little ball turn, a whole shot. Saying, well, this is what we've come to play. Capri Paiko to ground. Just up by the fullback, Vahakolo. And the chip over the top, bounce important here. Which way will it go? Sits up easily at the back there for Kaylin Ikachule. And slow to get underway. Tackle across the top from CK is deemed too high. Let's have another look at that tackle. CK just CK, I think, is just drifted up there, and some easy meters. Marlins in possession on the far side of the field. A couple of minutes gone. A lost ball. A lost ball. It's Michaela Eli. So out from the back goes Va'akolo down the right edge. Nice little offload too. Picking up Tauhalaliku. 5 in. Pirates wanted to get underway. CK once again with the carry. Wrestled to ground here. Centre field and 25 out from the line. Paiko. Big forwards making their impact felt early on. This is Momo. Patuki reeled in, and the tackle is Stowers. He goes in low. She's in strip number 13 this afternoon. The ball's been left behind there by Albert Jones. A little mistake. Well, you can expect a few nerves in grand final play. The scrum's to be set on the 20-metre line. It'll be Manurewa to feed the scrum.
Yeah, a few errors creeping into the early game of both of these teams at the moment, but I have a feeling, Dale, that the team that settles down the quickest obviously is going to get their grand final run on a track at the moment. But again, just need to complete the set, kick down to a corner, build a little bit of pressure.
There's the scrum feed out here. Show back up on the inside. Great to have you along here on Sky Sport. Number 6 is in there, Riche Lemanu. Easy the spot. Riche's got the flying blonde locks, Stowers. Crystal Lotta. Thought she might have come out in the number 9 jersey, but is in 14 here this afternoon for the final. Kelly Mopey to play the ball, and down the right side, little dummy and good run. Setting the stage with a Kohu to the back to Lamanu. Launches it high and deep, beautifully taken, and a follow-up defensive effort there from to Edinger. First class. Dummy and run, Pickering.
Found a knock on here.
Here the Manurewa supporters are buoyed by that call from the referee here this afternoon. What a shot in the arm it'll be too for the Marlins if they're able to have a double celebration. Place will be going off tonight there. Still live out there, TJ?
Yeah, I'm still out south. I'm out the back of Papakura now. But still, I spend most of my time during the week coaching their Premier team out there at the moment. So it's been, so it's good. I used to live maybe, 30 seconds away from Leebank Park growing up, so it's been my home away from home pretty much.
So this is on to Fetarika. Made to a skillful player. Looked up, down through the left edge. Eli chiming in nicely at the moment, the Marlins. They've just got 5 or 6 metres to go to the try line, pushing it right out to the back. A ballooning pass as well, kept it alive here for Lemanu. Nicely held on to some pressure, and this is good running. The ball is passed. Skillful work from the Manurewa Marlins, and they're in first up. It's immediate to Edinger, who scores out wide. Beautiful work too, lead-up work from Huddle to the Edinger.
No, I don't think it's a try there, Dale. I'm not sure what's happened. It could have been a knock-on or forward pass, maybe.
Oh, apologies there. I thought that he called it in. Obviously, the referee's demanding a turnover here. We'll have another little look, see where the faux pas occurred.
Yeah, I think it could only be a forward pass there, because if it was a knock-on and goal on the put-down, it would have been a 20-metre restart, so I'm guessing they've ruled that pass there as forward, which is a bit touch and go.
The ref went straight in there, must have got the call from the touching. That was disappointed, and the fans quite obviously didn't agree with the referee's call. So LaShawn Albert-Jones with the football here, kicking towards the northern touchline. So some easy meters here in the final. The kick's good. Just inside the enemy territory here for the Pirates. So the Pirates turn non-gender specific, I suspect. Eh? You can be a pirate lady or a pirate man.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know too many women who are pirates, but anyway. Yeah. Seeing some here today. 30 metres out from the try line now. Paiko into dummy half. Breaks off a couple of metres to her right and finds CK on the haul. Chuka shot too. Beautiful tackle. Get a hit in Denise in jersey number 18 on the far side. This is Moria Fraser. Manages to get the ball out. The referee will call Tauhalaliku back. Coming up 10 minutes of play here. No score in the final. ARL Women's Premiership. Molia Fraser, first carry, manages to get the pass out. Half volley pickup for CK to the back row. Arnold Scanlon now. Driven into the ground too by Wirakohu. How they use the ball at the back end of the set is Laishon Albert-Jones stepping up on the inside and then cocooning her so she was unable to get the ball away. Va'akolo. Good defensive play, good structure on attack. But in the end, the Marlins read the play well.
Yeah, not a bad place to turn the ball over either, deep inside opposition half for Manurewa. But again, their discipline needs to be on here for Point Chevalier. We saw previously Manurewa giving a penalty away. Point Chev almost capitalising on that opportunity in that territory.
So the Marlins now just working their way out from their danger zone. They're on the 20-metre line. About 10 in from touch here on the northern slopes or edge. Broadcasting from the Johnny Walker Lounge. Yeah, that's not the whiskey, that's the athlete. And what an incredible athlete he has been over the years. Sir John now. Wonderful ambassador for sports and maybe the founder and driver of Field of Dreams, which continues to encourage young athletes across the board. Good run. Oh, popping the ball too. Finds the wrong hands as far as the Marlins are concerned. Over towards the touchline. Here she goes. Tohola Liku. Plenty of skill too for the centre. Quick play the ball. Delivered up here for Uese. She's put away on the 20-metre line. So some real good attacking play here from the Pirates. And some superb defensive efforts here coming in from the Marlins as Wirakohu again comes across the top with assistance from Lamanu. Getting some shape, Arnold Scanlon. Albert-Jones. Fullback chimes in. Opportunity here on the inside. And the cover defence, absolutely vital for Crystal Rota. Up to play the ball is Pickering. Jamie Taituko now in striking range. The Pirates looking very dangerous, but eye off the prize for a moment from Albert-Jones. Actually coughs it up. Dedingo picks the ball up here for the Marlins as they now work away from the danger zone yet again.
Yeah, let off the hook there was the Manurewa Marlins. Point Chevalier just failing to complete another set of footy. Again, probably need to get to their kick there. Work out their full set of six. So see Maitua Federica taking a nice carry there. Hit by some strong contact by Scanlon.
Yeah, Scanlon's good back rower. Good skills. That's another good carry. Now, these all serve to inspire teammates around you when you can get some metres. Little dummy here for Rota. Peeling back the metres, Crystal. Awesome football of Crystal Rota. On the 40-metre line now. Point Chevalier's end of the ground as it comes to Riche Lamanu. He again will test at the back. Va'akolo equal to the challenge again. So goes round the outside and tries to punch a hole through out in the centres. Scooping and running. Yes, it. Quick play the ball, delivered up nicely. Solid front on D there too from Kaladona Wirakohu. What's the like about the attitude on show here in the final? Tohalaliku here again, the Stowers combining there with Dedingo. Make the tackle. Albert-Jones sends it downtown. The bounce at the risk of being slightly awkward, but in the end, Pakuhepana gets hold of the football as she goes around the outside and is picked off in the tackle by Patuki. Little bunched at the back at the moment. Marlins. Popped past late, nice to Ruta. Keep it alive, Stowers this time, straightening. Down to ground. That's the halfway line we're looking at here. And, a signal there looking like an eye injury. It's a little bit awkward too as you see Stowers steps off her right foot. Perhaps a bit of a head clash there. I think it was more a head clash than an eye. This nice little offload there, wasn't it? The two Crystals combining, Orota and Stowers. Yeah, it was a head clash, I think, in the back there, TJ.
Yeah, it was, and hopefully she's okay. I know she's spent some time in the last 12 months as well with a concussion or a few head knocks as well, so hopefully Crystal comes out of this okay.
She bravely plays on. And the rainbow headgear too. See all that drama, the Manly jersey. We celebrate diversity across the code, that there's no doubt, and that looks slightly awkward for the player down in back play.
Leishon, Albert Jones.
She reads the game nicely too, Leishon.
Yeah, I've seen her play growing up through the grades as well, but her footy IQ is second to none as we see her. Wayward offload there, turning position over, but yeah, Leishon Jones, high footy IQ, reads the game very, very well.
Which is what you hope your halves will do, be very focused students of the game. So you're not playing off the cuff, you can see things unfolding in the plays ahead, and guys like Cooper Cronk and the outstanding readers of the game. He's a wonderful commentator, Cooper. And he's always thinking 3 or 4 plays ahead of others, and he always reminds us too that when things work well for you, you've got to understand why.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, just doing things with a purpose and understanding around what's happening around you. But
likewise, analysing the shortcomings too, because every team makes a mistake, don't they? That's beautifully taken at the back, confidently taken, and the return of the football is also good. But so's the defence on show here as we just crisscross over the 15-minute mark. Still no score here in the final, and that's not unexpected. Zikatule, there's the ground on the 40-metre line. High IQ, fully high IQ too, is a term you can attribute as well to Crystal Rota. It was certainly on show in the previous game with Serena Clark.
Change for Manurewa, number 10, Chevalier Matua on the field.
Chevalier into the mix. Acknowledge Rusty and Carla's wonderful contribution to our rugby league culture in South Auckland, and his long-standing commitment to our women's game.
yeah, they've been crucial to the development, especially in the women's grade at Manurewa Marlins. And obviously, they've nurtured quite a few of these players, from their first footsteps into rugby league. So they've done an outstanding job so far.
And of course, formerly Kiwi Ferns coach. I think he's got the Cook Islands at the World Cup, hasn't he?
Yes, he does.
Good run.
A change for Manurewa,
Setting
number
up
17,
in
Kirsty
position is
Rakana.
number 12. Getting up. There's off. Here she is. Matua. Tena here. First carry of the football. And very spirited, courageous run towards the line. As a dummy half is Rota. Stepping Stowers. Had nowhere to go. The door shut tightly. Bolted down too with the green and white defence. Little dummy here for Rota. Matua comes in to bolster the effort. Stowers, dummy half, cut out ball. Big and powerful, can get the ball away. No, she can't. Denise, Valentina couldn't get the ball away.
Getting fiery and rowdy out there in the crowd as well there, Dale, but some great physicality by Molia Fraser there. As Matua went to the line. And we were aiming up defensively now in the right end of the field.
It has been tough. Finals football really on show here this afternoon. What a day it's been for Auckland Women's Rugby League. We take our hat off to all the players that have graced the fields through 2022. And here the culmination of their efforts. Who will come away with the big prize? And we'll know in just on 60 or so minutes from now. Paiko's got a ton of attitude, swagger in the way she rolls through her footy. It's Momo, wrapped up the tackle of Denise. Play the ball quickly, Momo. Sike, back on the inside, delivered there from Arnott Scanlon, onto the boot. Down at the back to Wiki. Wiki allows it to bounce. Now gets hold of the football. Some support coming in from Hepana, but not utilised this time. Tatiana Fino is the principal defender, making a good tackle on the 40-metre line. Well, tough nuts to crack at the moment, and both defensive lineups have been focused in their efforts. Kutule now 45 metres out from the line. Pirates on D. Fitzerika once again. Here's Rota, a couple of metres through for Denise. Inside ball, nice run. Matua this time gets to her feet and loses the ball as she gets up to play the ball. We'll have another look here. Drop off ball back on the inside, and just as Tidihia gets to her feet, a little bit of help too by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think I think it's a good call by on-field official David Miller. I think it was lost on the ground as well when she went into contact there. So good pick-up, good spotting, but Point Chevalier spent most of their time after having the first early sets out on Manurewa's try line, and they've been working hard out, trying to get the ball up down the end of the field, but it's just struggling at the moment.
Yeah, I think the damage was done as Tidihia hit the deck, as you rightfully point out there, TJ. With Point Chev, who have the football. Tohalaliku has some skill. Saw her in the test match earlier in the year, Tonga and Kiwi Ferns test, which preceded the wonderful celebration of Pacific rivalries. The Kiwis lined up against Tonga, and even though the tackle was well made, the work there from Fino was impressive. Picked up 7 or 8 post-contact meters going backwards.
A change for Point Chev. Number 19, Lena Ferrelly is on.
So the back rower has the ball here. Charlotte Alex Scanlon. And another injury also there. The referee, Miller, was quick to note that one player was in distress.
Yeah, that's Crystal Rota on the ground there too, Dale. So looks to be either a head clash there or clashed with something. Looks to be in a bit of pain. Should be a big loss for Manurewa. She can't get back on the field.
Oh, here it is here.
It's down the field.
Yeah, head clash. Oh, friendly fire.
Yep.
I think Teddy here recognised it. It was just one of those unavoidable things in rugby league, isn't it? We don't like to see people taking shots to the temple in particular, but it's sort of unavoidable, really. Kristen's to her feet. She'll play on. She's a Trojan. Here's the crowd. Good crowd in here this afternoon. Really pleased you've taken some time to share with us as well. From the comfort of your living rooms. Or nowadays with Sky Go. It's been a wonderful celebration of women's rugby league here this afternoon. And 15 metres out from the try line, the Pirates come a-calling. Looking for some pieces of 8 here, the Pirates. Nicely juggled by Riche Lamanu. So for now, she's got the treasure. In this case, the treasure being the leather. Back up on the inside. So it's a real arm wrestle out there at the moment, TJ.
Yeah, it's been a very good contest in this grand final. And again, it might just come down to a bit of defensive lapses or something like that to get the first try on the board. But again, another get out of jail free card here. Give it to Manurewa. Looks like you're inside the 10 call for that right edge of Point Chevalier.
When you're having to graft hard to get metres, this is just a welcome respite, isn't it? That time, easy 20 metres for the Marlins. They'll set themselves just shy of the halfway line as they carry across and into enemy territory. Paiko with the tackle, looking for the one-on-one strip too, but there were 2 players in there, so she was wise not to go on with it. Delivered up here for Fitzerika. Impressed with her work rate and agility through the middle. Fitzerika back again to Matua. Takes some putting away. Really impressed with the defensive workload here from Capri Paiko, the hooker for the Point Chevalier Pirates.
Yeah, she's very classy too, Dale. Again, another opportunity or potential prospect to play NRLW.
A good carry, dragged down from behind. Tena here, Matsua taking exception. It's Chidoto now. Fetarika coming up just short. They certainly clawed their way downfield, but just couldn't come up with the spoils at the back end. And one of the Point Chevalier players of two clutched into the head. Let's see if we can identify what happened there. How's Crystal's looking? No swelling on the forehead. Well, let's look at some of the solid efforts here so far. I've been impressed here with Paiko's defensive.
Yeah, Capri Paiko's been outstanding, not just defensively, but the way she takes the ball out of acting half, engages her markers as well. She's been very, very impressive. I also like the number 4 for Point Chevalier as well, To Halaliku. She's been tough on her exit carries as well. And obviously for Manurewa, Crystal Rota's been in everything and anything at the moment, and obviously off the back of some good kicking game by Kirimatu as well.
So the crowd enjoying the action here. Beautiful day. No sign of rain. Our thoughts with our friends up and down the country who have been affected by what was described as a atmospheric river. It's played havoc with our people in Te Waipounama, in particular in Te Tauihu at the top of the south. Thoughts with them on their recovery from the flood damage that has impacted so many lives. As we acknowledge a decent day up here in Tamaki Makaurau. Francis at the back running the water. Really liking what I'm seeing here from the defensive work here from the Marlins. Ripping into their mahi. There's a weaving run and then dragged to ground too. She's plenty tough. Get it in Denise in 18.
Yeah. Just overworked a little bit on the ground there. She was physical in contact with Matua. She probably went on a tad bit too long there trying to work Vaiunu on the ground there, and David Miller, I think, has got that call right as well.
So this is the ARL Women's Premiership Final. 16 to play in the first half and still no score. Plenty of chances created, but the defensive work has been really wonderful from both teams.
Number 12, Jamie Taitoko.
Both teams playing a good breed of standard and style. And finals football, this is a good run too, purposeful, direct, full of intent. And some sting. Quick play of the ball. Paiko works it. Lashon gets it wide. In for the tackle. Hepana quickly to it, trying to shut it down. Lashon Albert Jones, the pass is going forward.
Yeah, a few errors crept in the game for Lashon Albert Jones at the moment. That's her third for the game. Just probably needs to slow down her thinking process here. The idea was right, just execution not quite there on this plate. We'll just overrun the ball a little bit there, catching the ball in a bad position. But vision, like I said, vision was right. Execution just poor on that case.
Yeah, a little bit of an errant pass there. The idea was certainly sound. Here's Lamanu, feed the scrum at the back. That ball's gone to ground. They'll have to recover, and they do, through Mackenzie Wiki. Right, when Queenie, Uyese coming in. That's good D as well. Smart work from Lavinia Tohala Liku.
We have a change for Manurewa on the field right now. Number 16, Jodeci Joseph.
So the connections from both teams utilising their interchange effectively. Trying to get some fresh legs out there and break through here. And there were two in there, so otherwise she's not been on for long. Melina Pell.
of gamesmanship there.
Stripping away to the line, but ultimately called back by referee Miller.
Just a bit of ill discipline creeping in for both sides too, Dale, at the moment. And again, a team that can settle down first might get some early points on the board here. So see a nice run here by Fitarika.
Yeah, Motua Fitarika is a skillful player, as we've noted. To Stowers, first receiver, sending it on the inside, but not prepared for receipt with a Kohu, and it's the Pirates who come away with it. Knock on both ways. And we'll retire here for the scrum. Well, it's been a game of defence, hasn't it? It's been solid and an enjoyable encounter here. Both teams really having a go, there's no doubt about that. The defensive work has also been first class here this afternoon, and where will the break come? Well, that's the question on everyone's lips.
Yeah, there's been no real opportunity to get back-to-back sets on a good ball opportunity either, Dale. So obviously a team that could try and get their first back-to-back set here and build a bit of pressure on the opposition.
Tauhala Liku looks as though she's one that might. As her opposite number, Eli. They come together now. It's Taituku, not long on the park, JB. Kohi, Stowers, the defenders here. Pout to the 40-metre line. Is this the set? Momo with the football taken by her opposite number, Kohu. And of course, the double crystals on the defensive work. This is Albert Jones, takes the ball to the line and is shut down too by Kirsty Rapana. Paiko, Patuki. She took a shot afterwards too. The referee had a good look at it. And obviously a penalty. The head hit the deck hard, and there's some concern for the kicker, the number 7, Patuki. Another look at it, but it certainly came a little late. Watch how this unfolds. There's the kick, time to pull out. Your thoughts there, TJ?
Yeah, I was a little bit slow motion there, so you can't really call it late, but I think the contact was a little bit high from Fitarika. And knowing Monkey, you know, she's not, she's a very physical player, but she's got no malice in her game, so she's doing all the little effort areas there, applying a bit of pressure, and so it looks like she's just made some high contact there. But again, this first opportunity that Point Chevalier have had down here, attacking Manurewa's try line for a long time, so first opportunity for back-to-back attacking sets here.
We're getting another look. She really, you know, it was split second, wasn't it? As I say, they didn't look to be intent or malice.
When you look at it at slow motion, sometimes it can look like it's a little bit late, but in real time that looked fine. It's probably just the contact more than anything.
Let's hope that that's all we'll see from it. Now, this is a grand final, and so 2 points is 2 points. What would your thinking be?
Yeah, well, it depends. I'm not too aware of what the kicking skills are like in the Point Chevalier lineup, but if they're confident in their ability there, I'll definitely be taking the points. Maybe just get an early advantage or some sort of advantage on the opposition, but then again, they also haven't been down here for a long time as well, Dale, so maybe take this opportunity to score a try.
So here's Taituku now, 5 metres out from the try line. A good chance here for the Pirates. 12 to play here in the first half of our grand final, the last of 3 here this afternoon. Momo, a couple of metres out. First receiver is Albert Jones. She's skillful. Drop off on the inside, trying to find the fullback for the line, and Vahakolo just short. A millimetre or 3 in it. Pass was low, and as such, not very useful for Pau.
Got some space out there on that left edge.
Numbers. Here's Patuki. Molia Fraser's over the line almost. And to pull myself back, just as she was dragged back. Look at this. Oh, yeah. That's what we want to see. Hearty defence. And a game that is tied up tight. Albert Jones putting a kick through. It'll work out favourably for the Marlins. So the battle continues, TJ.
Yeah, great contest here and good scramble defence by the Manurewa Marlins there. just getting bodies in the picture there, giving themselves an opportunity to shut that play down. And again, poor execution on the back end of that set.
Well, both coaches would be pretty pleased with what they're seeing here today. The attitude on defence has been first rate.
It's probably just discipline that's been costing both sides at the moment. And again, you know, they're slowly turning the screws as point, Chev. They just need to defend here and hopefully get them the kick from inside their own half.
Kelly Maipi's a skillful player. She's on the track now for the Marlins. One of the Pirates are down 2, in fact. Roto holds up the pass briefly. Purposeful run here from Nathan. Carney to Nathan. One of the Pirates players well down at the back plate. Here they come, a roll, and it's Denise with the ball. 12 metres out from the try line. Best chance so far for a long time for the Marlins. This proud South Auckland-based club as they start surging towards the line. This time it's Mackenzie Wiki. She's 5 metres out from the try line. Can't get herself to her feet. She was tangled there in the tackle of Monia Fraser. And there is the Harbour Bridge ball. Well, it was the bridge to nowhere as it turned out. The referee will stop play here. He's concerned for a player down.
Yeah, it looks like a shoulder injury for that player. It's fairly serious as well at this stage.
So the old rainbow ball or the Harbour Bridge, or call it what you will, something of a speculator. What other names have you got for it, TJ?
I don't know, lollipop pass or something like that, I guess. But yes, I just want to put that down to the run off Kelly Maipi. She come off the back fence there, Dale, and obviously there's an injured player out of it, but her carry was tough, got on the front foot, allowed Crystal Rota to play to her strengths and get out of dummy half as well. So big carry from Kelly Maipi, who's just coming back off the bench.
Great talent to have at your disposal off the interchange, though. Kelly Maipi is one of our best, the most experienced footballers here. What else does she bring to the table?
Oh, her talk has been massive for as long as I've known Mipes, and she communicates very, very well. She knows when to talk up and talk down as well with the players. She's got a real good sense of tone there. So, but just she's an all-around footballer. Right? She knows what she's doing. She's got good encouragement, but she's a good player to have on your team. That's
and
for
the
sure.
lead is here for Manurewa. Obviously, we're looking at Rota. Stowers has been around for a long time, but a lot of the work at the moment here is being guided through from the number 18, Kiri Hetina. Yeah,
Kiri Matu has been a big part of their building phase as well through their club in Manurewa, and obviously that related to Rusty Matua. I know his brothers are down there running the trainers as well, Charles and Hammond. But look, her kicking game has been outstanding. She's also physical defensively and with the ball. But yeah, look for her to get her hands on the ball a little bit closer to that try line.
Quite intimidating. Poor year, turned 40. Great to see. Swing those boys, sisters. Way to go. When my mum turned 80, we took 80, in Sydney, we took 80 boys over. And they went down a treat.
Yeah.
All these old Aussie ladies there twirling them around, and they thought they were real good. So give her what a special birthday present. Think about the boys. Oh, there's no S in, but think about the boy. Thanks. Just getting a few images. The St John's guys are in at the moment. The crowd have had plenty to enjoy. Just recapping too, if you might have just picked up on this broadcast late, we had a wonderful lead up to it in the ARL Women's Championship final, and it was a game that really went to and fro. 24-8 leading at half-time Manurewa against the Manukau Magpies, who fought back to a 28-24 back end. That was just the last try that sealed the deal, the fourth try in fact, for the super talented Peaches Peters. It ended up with the Manurewa Fiddle beating the Manukau Magpies by 34-24. And in the earlier game here this afternoon, it was a wonderful victory for the Otara Scorpions, who played some classy footy to knock over the Howell Hornets. That was in the women's under 18. Region of origin coming up. We touched on this during our last conversation. Perhaps you could just reiterate some of these pathways that are being created to keep our young people in our game.
Yeah, we've already had our Girls Region of Origin series. We had that in July, and that was a great spectacle to watch as well. Some talented young ladies coming through our grades to hopefully potentially play in our women's competition. And our boys' ones are coming up in September as well, so that's our under-13s, 14s and 15s. And yeah, so that's obviously going to be a good thing for our pathway. We're looking at potentially bringing in further development squads in that region of origin for 2023 season as well, which means just more kids get the opportunity to develop and play at a higher level of contest as well. I've just had notice as well, our under-15s pennant final that's being played at Manurewa at the moment has also gone into extra time as well, Dale.
You're on the money. Not much gets past TJ Ashford. Hey? He knows what he's talking about. Good on you, mate. I note how long you've been involved in our game, especially in and around Auckland, so big ups to you. This is Melina Powell, who obviously has a shoulder injury. She's in a great deal of pain there. You can see it on her face. They pulled out the whistle, I think, to help her with that pain relief. It can happen in footy. We certainly wish her a speedy recovery. As is the case, the crowd too, acknowledging her sacrifice in a way, because all these Wahine have jobs, kids, families to run, but they still get out and get into it Tuesday, Thursday nights, rain, hail or shine. Their love of sport and the whakawhanaungatanga, or the camaraderie that team sports allows and encourages. And of course we know the best people in the world play rugby league. Yeah,
I think it was your son that called in one of the earlier games today. It's the game played in heaven, so fingers crossed I'll be doing this game for the rest of my life, in this life and the next. But look, honestly, man, we've all lived it pretty much our whole life. I don't know where my life or my family's life would be without footy, so it's good to be here with you today on a sunny Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely, wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Well, Melina Powell has been escorted slowly and cautiously too, I note. But we are back into the mix now, and we're back live. Still no score. 9 minutes to play here in the first half. It's been a real ding-dong arm wrestle, tussle, call it what you will here, as these two teams try to break one another. Stowers, Lamanu gets it. She throws the dummy and straightens, but the green wall is up to the challenge, this time through Momo, who makes the tackle. Now it's Rota. Back into the mix, it's Diedinger. Diedinger 5 metres out from the try line. Big chance for the Southsiders. Right in front of the posts are now, 10 metres out. It's Rota. There's Lamanu on the inside. Rota goes herself towards the line. A desperate defensive effort. Ensures that she couldn't get there, and it's a knock-on, wanting to get on with it quickly. But it looks like LeSean might have got injured too in the tackle there. And again, was that friendly fire? LeSean down in back play. So some concern there for the number 6 also.
Yeah, it looks like it was a bit of friendly fire. Someone coming in late there and just collecting her at the back of the head. Stumbled a little bit as she got up as well, so I hope LeSean Albert Jones pulls out of this okay. It's an important cog to this Point Chevalier Pirates team as well, especially on attack. So
very much so.
Big loss if she was to leave the field.
Well, she's not. She's still there. 7:30 to play. Point Chev scrum feed. They've been doing it tough the last 5 or 6 minutes, though. The injury, of course, could have upset the groove and the momentum of both squads. Look at the combined defensive attitude on show here. It's been really impressive. No one's been left to go one out. 2, 3, sometimes there like 4 defenders making sure of the tackle. And Chevalier. Lilia Momo with a good, strong carry across the 20-metre line. The back rower delivers the ball. It's gone backwards and play on, says referee Miller. Molia Fraser manages to get the pass away too. Keeping it hot here. Albert Jones with it again. That's the final tackle here for the Point Chevalier Pirates. Launched by Patuki. Taken confidently back on the inside for Wiki. hammer down, and the fullback charges into her work. Good defence as well on show. As Point Chev come up, make the first tackle of a fresh set for their opponents.
Yes, Mackenzie runs with no fear, similar to her old man used to. So we'll see another injury here.
Took a shot. It's like shot again, is it? There could be some concern here for her. She hit the deck like a ton of bricks. Now's to her feet. She wants to play on, but there is a duty of care here. See what happened to LeSean. Possibly in the next play here on our replay. That's the Garrett stream shot.
A change for
just got her head in the wrong position there.
Well, she's been given the green light to continue. Under 6 to play here in the grand final. 2022 Women's Premiership. You're watching the action on Sky Sport, and there's plenty of action too, just not a lot of scoring activity.
Yeah, Manurewa looks to have put a target on LeSean Albert-Jones as well, so hopefully she can get to the break so she can get properly assessed.
So it's Roto West might be, they'll be looking out for her. On to the boot as well, with a Kohu. Well, a few strings to the bow, cleverly delivered on the inside. Picked up there by Uese. He's wasted in the tackle there. Denise. Well, some real tough defence here this afternoon in this final.
Yeah, I think it just might come down to whichever team has the most patience too, Daryl. You know, you can be down here and not score points for a long period of time, but what that does is it puts a little bit of pressure on the defensive team. And also, if you're trying to, you know, like how Point Chev are trying to work out of their own end all the time, it could be forcing you to make some passes under pressure and stuff, which you don't normally do. So I reckon it's going to come down to who's got the most patience here today.
Well, they're showing plenty of that. It's not as if they haven't launched some good attacking raids, but the defensive work has just been top draw here this afternoon. And of course, that penalty coming off the back of a little mistake, a faux pas from the Hedinger. Almost got the ball delivered to her, really. They struggled to stay out of the play. So the Pirates come a call in this time around. 4 to play in the first half. The impressive Paiko, Albert-Jones, Patuki. Now they're linking up. Va'akolo on the far side, and the ball's gone down there too. Put that down to the defence, the commitment, and the drive that's coming in. Defence wins games, and it could be the telling factor here today too. Who defends strongest? Poor bloke up on the scoreboard. He might have dozed off.
He's actually down on the ground there. They always enjoying the sun, I think, but yeah, Brodie's been down there all day. Someone's probably got to get a message down to him to make sure he wakes up.
Yeah. Oh. Can't have the time to keep it snoring. There's lack of action. It's not often you see a scoreline like this in a half of footy, though, is it?
No, especially both of these two teams have some good attacking prowess as well. But again, you know, defence wins grand finals. And obviously we've seen that out on display today, but that attacking set there, the pass probably wasn't on for Point Chevalier, but it was good, inside pressure there defensively by the Manurewa Marlins side.
Who's going to break? Will it occur in the first half? It might occur in the second half. We've got just over 2.5 to find out here. Holding down too long, and so they'll kick towards the northern touchline here with some easy meter gains. There's a real chance here for the Marlins. Already successful in the previous game. The Fiddle, this team is called Korfai. Stacked full of talent. Referee just wants the number 4, immediate Hedinger.
Yeah, biggest defensive set of the half so far too, Dale. 2 minutes to go. Lungs will be burning. Lactic acid building up in the legs here. These Point Chevalier Pirate girls look tired. They just need to keep turning up.
They've been turning up for each other so far. There's the other hitting assistant. This time it's Farrelly. Farrelly to play it here. 5 metres out. Now this is where Crystal Rota can be very dangerous. They read her mind this time around. The 3-point Chevalier defenders quite rightly recognised that she was posing quite the risk. Little bit of a show, little bit of a dummy, and a straightened run from Wetakohu. Now 6 metres out, and here is a penalty. Perhaps this time around they might be tempted to take 2 points.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm looking down on the sideline there. It doesn't look like anyone's putting that call on. Might come down to the captain's call here, but again, there might be a warning there by on-field official David Miller. A few penalties down here, maybe back chat, yeah. Oh, they're taking the tap.
They winds it up through Nathan this time then.
Set play here planned.
Looking at the clock. Around the outside comes Maitua Fitanika. Play number 2. Cut out ball. Bounce important. Played off the legs. Okay to go. Good work there from Hipana. Down the right edge. Realised she couldn't get to the ball and just allowed it to bounce into her calves as Huddle now once again. Cards close. Gee, this has been good defence. The clock down to the last minute of play in the first half of the final. Back on the inside for Wetakohu, and again a wall of Point Chevalier defenders. Keep them back. Can they continue to the hooter? Here's the kick. Skinny in goals and taken confidently at the back, skillfully as well. Yes, it. Well, I think the clock will beat us.
Great scramble defence there by Point Chev. Everyone getting involved, slowing down the play, the ball there, not allowing Crystal Rota to take too many darts out of dummy half.
Some courageous defensive efforts on show here this afternoon in the final. Out to the right, that ball almost went down. So Halaliku grasped at it. As you see, wrapped it up. We'll take the tackle here, I think. Nothing silly, or they're going to be a bit ambitious. They're having a look around to see what might be doing down the left edge, but in the end, the Marlins come across, and will they shut that down? Taking it to back. A bit of a step here. Onto the wing. And I think she was sensible to take the tackle here, recognising, hey, better to go to the half-time break without conceding a try than running the risk of something untoward occurring. I hope you're enjoying the action. Look, there's not much to talk about from the scoreboard, but there's plenty to talk about the defensive attitude on show here in the final this afternoon. You're watching Sky Sport, and pleased to have you with us here from Mount Smart number 2. This is the Auckland Rugby League Premiership Final for 2022. We go to the break, and the teams are locked up. It's 0-0.
On and wake up in the morning while they sore from last night's training. Dude, run harder, tackle with intention. Make run the gaps and watch for interceptions. Keep it fair, keep it cool every section. Give your all, pass the ball, put your best in. Enjoy your day, strip, pick up in your selection. It's that thing that you've been missing. Don't play rugby league. It's all yeah. You are your club. Come on.
Kia ora, friends, welcome back. It's 0-0, which is a surprising scoreline in a final, but we've been celebrating what's been some really strong defensive work. Now, you can be reading it yourself from home and say, oh, look, they're lacking some finesse on attack, but the commitment that's been shown here by these Wahine in this important grand final is something to be acknowledged and in many ways applauded. Well, that's my take on it anyway. TJ, how did you read that first 40?
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of nerves. There's a few errors creeping in earlier on in the game when they first started, but defensively both teams have been on. They've been scrambling very well, so putting a lot of pressure coming in from the inside and stuff. So they've done well so far, but like I said, I think it's going to come down to whichever team shows the most patience towards the second half. You can have the ball as much as you can, but if you're not building pressure and not being patient, it could cost you in the long run.
And the players most likely to split their opponents, as we look at just some of the action from throughout that first half. Obviously no tries to look at, but there are some real talented players here, and there's one on show here out wide in Tohalaliku. Who's likely to do the break or make the break? Do you think that will split these two teams apart?
I believe it'll probably come down to the two nines. Both of them are outstanding players. You know, one at the back end of her career, one at the start of their career. But both have shown so much class at the moment. I think it's going to come down to maybe a lazy defender around the middle of the ruck. You see Capri Pakal there. I think it definitely might come down to the nines today.
That was a shot there on Pātuki after she had kicked it. Attracted a penalty, understandably, and this was some skillful work too from Tohalaliku. Once again, he gets the ball back on the inside to Uese, and really a try saver as we go into the Point Chevalier camp. There'll be plenty of talk here about just hanging tough. Don't panic, because mistake-free football is the way to go. The defence has been outstanding here, and if they can just keep their composure and try and rattle the cage a little bit with their opponents, then that break will come. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half. Obviously, at half-time, it's 0-0. What's going to happen in the second 40? It's all coming up right here on Sky Sport.
and wake up in the morning. What they saw from last night's training. Dude run harder, tackle with intention. Make run the gaps and watch for interceptions. Keep it fair, keep it cool every section. Give your all, pass the ball, put your best in. Enjoy your day, trip, pick up in your selection. This the thing that you've been missing. Oh boy, don't play rugby league. It's all yeah. You are your club. Come on.
Hoki mai anō, and welcome back. We're about to get underway the second half here of the Women's Premiership final from Auckland Rugby League for 2022. 0-0 scoreline greets us, but we're sure we'll have a winner. I'll be very surprised if they go 40 more minutes without scoring, but hey, it's a strange old game, Rugby League, and we'll just have to wait and see how this all pans out. Hoki mai anō, whiringa tō whakataitai, e rā te mihi ka koutou. Kia ora watu. It's great to have you with us here this afternoon. The 12 is Jamie Taitoko, and she's going to play the ball now, 35 from her own line. And of course, TJ, who knows the women's game really well, thinks to keep an eye out for the nines in this second 40. Experience of Kelly Maipi, and the all-round skill level of Capri Paiko for the Point Chevalier Pirates has been exceptional. Back rower to her feet now is Arlip Scanlon, and onto the boot of Albert Jones.
When I say 9-2, Daryl, I mean Crystal Rota playing at active half at the moment. I think she's wearing 14 today. But I think between her and Capri, between those two, one of them can make or break the game today.
Well, Kelly could also feature too.
She could, and she's been physical. We saw one of her strong contact or strong runs in the first half there.
Well, it's been a wonderful season here. Finally had some footy. And I know that the ARL are looking at some interesting options for the Fox Championship for next year, as we see another player down this time injured, hitting the deck hard. It's Michaela Eli. Hard to see what happened. I don't think there was anything untoward, but she's obviously...
It's in a fair bit of pain.
Yeah, for sure. Let's have another look here. So that's her there. Oh, so she goes to ground here. Maybe winded.
Yeah, it might be a shoulder, just the way she's been locked into contact there and gone in to the ground. A few bodies on top there, and probably just at the point of her shoulder here, right there.
Thank you, Dr. Ashford.
Sublux of the AC joint, I think it is.
The old sublux of the AC joint, eh, Doc? Yeah, fair enough, though.
I was watching too much ARL, I think. Oh, NRL, sorry.
Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Beautiful day. Spring is in the air around the country. Even though it's been a real struggle in various parts. Not going to be too celebratory, knowing that the difficulties some of our countrymen and women are facing. And good to see Michaela back onto her feet. But she's being escorted towards the side, I think. She might have a rest, but now she's decided to come back in and play the ball. So who will break? That's the question.
Another player down on the far side as well, I think, Dale.
I'm
not sure what's happened there.
There's another injury on the far side over there. About at the scoreboards, you can see him over there now. He looks fast asleep. His mouth's wide open.
Yeah, he's got a companion over there now as well, trying to keep him awake. So, it's been a tough physical game. There's been quite a few injuries, actually, a couple head knocks and a few shoulders. It's been physical.
So the pennant round's going off for the under-15s at the moment.
Yeah, under-15 pennant.
Have you got your phone locked to every result in ARL?
No, I don't, but I do have some sources out there on the grounds at the moment keeping me under wraps. But it's actually gone into golden point extra time as well. So those of you that don't know, they go into extra time for an extra 10 minutes at the end of every game if it's locked up at the end of full time. if no one scores or it's another draw at the end of that 10 minutes, then it goes into golden point extra time. So it's been a hotly contested game out there between the Harbour team and also Altara Scorpions. So one of those teams are going to come away victors in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, looks like it. And the same rules apply here.
Correct.
So just following through with TJ. So if it's drawn at full time, they'll play 10 minutes. Is that 10 minutes one way, or they turn around at 5?
No, I think it might be just 10 minutes one way, like an unbroken 10-minute period. Don't quote me on that. Mr. Pat Carthy, ex-employee of Auckland Rugby League, will be able to know that answer, Dale. But I think
you've got him on speed dial, surely.
I knowing Pat, he'll be watching the game today as well. So Pat, if you can send me a message, mate, let me know. That'll be muchly appreciated, mate.
Well, it makes some sense because you can concede a try early in the extra time period, but then have a chance to claw your way back into the match.
Correct.
And, of course, if they're locked up after that 10 minutes, then it's golden point. And that ball was risky and smartly delivered too. To Tohala Liku, I think.
He's got the shot
Took
there
a bit
too.
of a shot. Squeezed, in fact, it's the number 7, Pātuki. It's sort of sandwiched. They're getting rock and roll. Is it Lavinia?
Yeah, Lavinia Tohala Liku by the look of it.
Yeah. She's a good player, eh?
She has been. She's actually come through the system as well. I know we had a game against the Vodafone Warriors, the NRLW side, a few years ago, and she was part of our Auckland team that was involved in that. She's only young then too, must have been 18 years old or something like that. So she's come through the grades there. And our Premier Women's Vulcans coach is actually the current coach of the Point Chevalier Pirates today as well, Mr. Harden. So it's good to have him down here.
For sure. Here we go now. Needing some physicality. That's Momo with that carry, and now it's Taituku. Wrestled to ground on the 30-metre line. Pātuki holds it. There's the player in question. A skillful pass, but it puts USA under some pressure here down the right edge. Paiko, Albert Jones. Where are the chasers? Green jerseys coming in. They're allowing it to bounce. And in the end, Lamanu comes up with it. Rochelle Lamanu, and looking for the one-on-one strip. Well, she could probably argue that she was, alone naturally. With the strip, let's have another look at it. So there were 2 there, sure, but then that player's long gone.
Yes, I'm gonna. This is another differential penalty in terms of the ARL and NRL rulings as well. They also only the first person that makes contact on that person carrying the ball can strip the ball. So once they've fallen off, even if it's a second person in there and they're by themselves, they still can't strip. So that's the ruling there. So again, correct calling there by the on-field official, Dave Miller.
Kia ora. Thanks for a reminder that we don't follow the Aussies and everything.
Yeah, no, it's an important rule to know because we see a lot of it, even at club footy, and then you see parents obviously on the sideline seeing what they see in the NRL, and it's not quite the same rules. So it's just something out there for those that are watching the game today.
There we go. Students of the game. TJ's illustrating that we have our own styles here on this side of the Tasman. Second one through the middle. So Roger calling for the ball, and Manurewa haven't had much pill here early in the second half. Stowers angles back into the traffic, finds himself on a one-way street, but ends up in a cul-de-sac. Roger looks up saying, is that on, ref? The ref says yes, it is. I didn't see anything untoward there as Lamanu has the ball. Fino's an 18 on the far side of the field. They're pushing Lamanu towards the sideline. 25 metres out from the line. Terrific game of footy here, even though the scoreboard hasn't really been needed. Again, this impressive centre. Tohala Liku takes it forward, and then she's muscled to ground too, this time under the defensive work of Te Iringa and Rota. The former looks as though she may have injured herself whilst effecting the tackle.
Yeah, and ball carrier Paris Pickering, one of the young players in Point Chevalier Pirates. She was involved in our Region of Origin series as well in the under-18s grade earlier this year. The ARL Women's Premiership.
Lamanu, first defender, and again, as you can see, the defensive efforts here from both teams have been really top draw. Can't recall a scoreline like this though for a long time. Fully a long time. We don't get 0-0 scorelines very much. When you go in 45 minutes or so. Down the left edge they come, the Pirates looking, but looking inside to see where the defenders were coming from has proved costly on the far side as the Pirates put it down on the 30-metre line.
Yeah, nice little long pass here by LaShawn Albert-Jones and just failed to execute there. I think the expected ball carrier took her eyes off the target there and concentrated more on defence as we see another heavy contact here by Point Chevalier.
Starting to get up this time, hit Panda. Looks up, coming in for a little look-see too. Zikachuli. Stowers. The biggest back rower, but certainly gets involved both on attack and defence. Fitanika this time, just over the halfway line. Denise, the bounce imported here. And the defensive work there of Media Teeding, again, first class. There's Rotta across the top. She's been crystallized. And Stowers again goes downstairs, might be across the top on the defensive work here. Dummy half here is Monica Samita. And who's going to crack this nut? The defense is so far impenetrable.
They've got some space outside on Manurewa's right edge if LaShawn Albert-Jones can get some quality ball here.
So Momo plays the ball. Albert-Jones back on the inside. The ball is sweet. This is good. It's looking good. And it's a try. It's a try to Monica Samita. Finally, Point Chev break the deadlock. Some good lead-up work, and Samita is in to nail the four-pointer.
Yeah, some great eyes-up play here by the number 6, LaShawn Albert-Jones. Again, playing inside there to Charlotte Scallon, who offered a great late offload. And I thought could have gone two ways here, but we need to make sure as a fullback we're taking the person with the ball there, and we've just slidden off and given them an opportunity to break this deadlock and Point Chev get the first points on the board here in this Premiership Grand Final.
Took a long time to come, 49 minutes to be precise. But as you say, you did signal that there was some opportunity there for LaShawn. Still a bit of work to do for Monica Samita as well.
Yeah, actually some good coaching there too. Dale, you saw that we're spoken about Capri Pacau as well. She's actually normally the traditional 9, and she's having a rest there for number 14, Monica Samita, who's now scored the try. So some great coaching and injected that player at the right end of the game.
Yeah, and utilisation of the interchange bench skillfully is such an important part. I mean, you go in with 17 players and you need to use them well. The replacement there, some fresh legs, obviously paying dividends. And first in to score, Point Chevalier. Well, they're the victors from 2021. Yeah? So
yeah, they are.
A reminder too, if they were able to win here today, they would have taken all the top grades, men's, women's, and reserve grade. So hats off to them down there at the point. Chevalier, as some like to say. In your flash, if you want to be flash. Chevalier. But Manurewa, they'd rather have Chevy V8s. I bet. Here's the conversion, and the flags are up. It is 6-0. Long way to go here, though. Just under half an hour. And there's nothing like a try being conceded to spark you into a little bit more action. And I think we'll see this now from Manurewa.
Yeah, probably a big set for both sides here as well. Point Chevalier just probably need to get to their kick here and put the ball at the right end of the field, and Manurewa probably need to show a bit of aggression and especially with some line speed there and try and get a turnover. So we see a nice offload there by Charlotte Scanlon. Does a fair bit of work, as well as Mackenzie Wiki from the other team as well with the Warriors Foundation team, travelling around to schools around the Auckland area so far. I think outside of Auckland as well. Those girls have been doing a great job with that foundation.
You've got to take your hat off to Monica Simita, and I felt then for Mackenzie Wiki because she was sort of turned around, weaving inside out, but in the end just got the better of her and had all the momentum behind her, obviously. As the kick is deep, as that's been touched, and this is a good result for the Marlins. A little mistake there by Uese. And the kickoff was good, it was deep. And a little mistake, she put her hand up and needn't have. Oh, they're a bit dark on it too, the plover birds, noisy mongrels they are too. Another Aussie imports, I can tell you as well. Look at them going off. Oh. Great stream shot.
Yeah, great camera work.
Yeah, now this is Sky Sport. This is sort of the bird version of UFC. Oh, they're coming in again. The attack mode's on. Oh, beautiful stuff. Back to the action over here. Lamanu's got hold of the football. Yeah, they were fighting that ball like Anthony Joshua against that Ukrainian fella earlier today. Which I might add. Went to the ladder. This was decision. So Anthony Joshua might be looking for a league team to join. 5 metres out. Can they bounce back now, the Marlins? We've got reasons to be cheerful. Part 3. 5 metres out from the try line. And they also do the business and get across the stripe. It's the questions that Lamano is asking here. Point Chev's defence has been rock solid, and they maintain that focus. Certainly they're under the microscope here. Big, bold carry this time around. 5 out from the line, and Roger gets sandwiched and loses control. Beautiful defence there by Point Chevalier.
Yeah, I think he's called a knock on by Point Chev here in contact, so Touchy's getting involved here, I think. Yeah, he's got the call right in the end. I think it was just lost through the collision. All I can hear off camera as well, those birds still going at it at the other end of the park.
That ball is really causing them some trouble. I know you can't see it at home.
I've actually been down there. There's a pregnant mother down there, that's why, and I've been serious when I was setting up the field yesterday. So that's probably why.
Yeah, they're quite territorial, those birds. We've got a couple of them where I work as well. But they're noisy as. This is a run, and that ball's on the ground. Can they make up for lost time? No, it's called a knock-on. Well, she's been working real hard out there today. Kitty. Takes a shunt too. It's another look. I'll be disappointed because it was first tackle, obviously.
Some heavy contact there as well, but first indiscretion there with the knock on. Hopefully Matua pulls out of that okay.
What are you just smiling at, TJ? TJ's got his eye on this bird down the back. He's befriended it. You can hear them louder than the crowd at the moment.
Yeah, they are. A bit stunned, but it's okay.
So the green machine with the football. Tauhalaliku round the outside. Run. Got wheels, got speed to burn. The chase is good though. Lamanu's classy, isn't she? She read the play nicely.
Well, how's this call going to end up?
And the Marlins look like they're celebrating. Some rivalry and some friendships on show here today, which is the way it should be. And it's going to be a Marlins ball.
Yeah, great run, but she just probably needed to stay in touch there and get to a, they've been camped down here for a long time under Manurewa, so she probably need to get to a play the ball there. Again, turn the ball over at the other end of the field here. Point Chevalier under pressure again.
So it's Stowers. Rota. Wiki. Credit where it's due, eh? As far as the defence is concerned, Point Chev, well, obviously keeping their opponents scoreless. It means that their D has been spot on. They're under some pressure here again as the blowtorches stare straight towards them. And this time it's Maipi who has a tilt at the line, comes up empty-handed. It's Rota and Stowers. Stowers senses an opportunity, which she makes the most of, and Crystal Stowers is in under the crossbar.
Yeah, nice little eyes-up play here by Crystal Stowers. Defence rushed up from her outside, put pressure on her, and she only had one way to go, which was back into the ruck, and then just some tired defenders there for Point Chev. Failing to come across. That's an effort area here defensively. Again, still had a bit of work to do in the contact there, but Crystal Stowers manages to get the first 4-pointer on the board for her team. Is that a half dive for the try there?
Way to go, Crystal. It's been around a while, Crystal Stowers. Good footballer. Had a bit of work to do too, but as you say, it was eyes up footy. She was going to deliver it to the right, but then just in a fraction of a second, sensed that there was a chance if she stepped back on the inside, which she duly did. Monica Samita had some work to do as well to try and keep her at bay, but a pretty solid defensive effort in the end, though. The momentum was with Stowers and able to carry Monica to the ground also and get the 4-pointer, which should, in theory, turn into 6. Surprised here. If get hit in would miss it. Stranger things have happened in games of rugby league. 6-4 scoreline, 22 minutes to play here in the ARL Women's Premiership. Flags are up. Seems to wait an eternity there.
Yeah.
And we are drawn up once again, 6-all.
Yeah, that big play by number 3. I think it's Tauhala Liku as well. Made that big break down that sideline. Probably needed to just find ground there and, again, put her team under a bit of pressure defensively, trying to defend their own try line. And Manurewa's come away with their first try for today.
Yeah, could have propped and come back in on the inside to rule out the potential of being carried across the sideline. But it's these seemingly little innocuous things that can continue. It's been quite the battle of the plover bird in the football. Interesting aside to what is happening here out on the track. So the Marlins all now knowing that the prize is theirs if they can get the work done, get the job done. There's your try scorer, Stowers. Looks for some support, and that comes in good time. With a hearty effort as well from Winnie Kohu. Back now for Rota, making meterage at will. What are they opting for here? It's the heading. It comes on the boil. Good, strong run from Haruno. 20 metres out from the try line now. And it's Rota who tries to peel it back on the inside. Here's to Edinger, trying to climb over players to get to the line. But it's all to no avail because it is the final tackle. And the ball is turned over. Point Chev in receipt of it. A couple of metres from their own line.
Yeah, some great desperation shown in defence there. But again, Crystal Rota proving too smart out of dummy half. I really think Point Chev probably need to bring Capri Kapal back on here. Defensively, she just ties up that middle nicely. I think they're getting a little bit loose defensively around the ruck here as Point Chev.
solid.
Have the floodgates been opened, Dale, now that the tries have been scored?
Well, you get the feeling that they're making meterage more easily than they were through that first 60-odd minutes. Or 50, I should say. We're down, just crossed the 1 hour mark and 20 to play. Popping the pass out, throwing off defenders. Vanessa Molia Fraser, tough. It's pretty hard to throw away. It's Kelly Denise. He's still on the ground, the big number 18. There'll be some concern here for the Manurewa Connections. Very much the go-to player as Albert Jones sends it skyward. Good kick. The bounce is going to be a little awkward here. And it's ended up in the Green Machine's hands. They've got runners aplenty. They've got a stack of runners. Pickering
good
gets
cover
it to the back, and Arnold Scanlon brilliantly shut down by Fetarika. And it's a turnover. Well, that's what you can get if you allow the ball to bounce. Risky business.
Yeah, good kick chase there as well. Good support play, but again, former NRLW player, Maitua Fetarika, coming across as we see Kere Matua still down injured here and back play. Copped the knock earlier. Hopefully it's not related to that.
A change for Manurewa, number 16 back on the field, Jonas Joseph.
Well, there's some concern for her. Touch of sportsmanship. I see Francis is running the water as well for Chevalier and over to offer support.
And a change for point
She's
number
been
15.
replaced. Now look at this purposeful carry.
Maipi.
Kelly Maipi on the boil. On the halfway line too. There's going to be more tries here. The scoreboard attendant, yep, he's up and awake now, but the referee recognises player down on the right edge. And will come and check on her welfare, as he must. Hats off to all the sponsors of the various teams and those who support year in and year out the Auckland Rugby League. You might have to send out one of your messages to your mates down there saying, can't pick up that football. Although there's a chance his eyes could be poked out by a violent bird.
Well, league balls tend to go missing this day and age, Dale, so I'm happy to leave it there at the moment. It's guarding, it's protecting it so it doesn't disappear.
There we go. We've got crowd shot up here. But down the other end of the park, this mad bird is doing battle with the football. Don't see it often, but you've seen it now. Look, stalking the ball. Where is that dastardly ball? There it is, he's saying. Hey, you, get off of my cloud. That's what he, oh, there they are, standing sentinel.
Yeah, it looks to be quite serious down here. She's been haunched over as well for quite some time. There's Kere Matua. Can't quite see what the issue is there, but hopefully she pulls out of this okay.
She's got a couple of handles there. Kere Hitina Denise. Kere Matua. Sister. Tuahine.
Yeah, well, both sisters are playing in this game as well. And then obviously trainers, assistant coaches as well. Charles and Hammond Matua as well as Rusty, as we see the little incident there.
Yeah, so good to see Kere and Tina here. They're sisters playing, and of course the other sisters are the Edigan. Wahine, that's Amelia in 4 and Harono in 12. Good to see the sisters combining here and really strengthening the hand of the Manurewa Kowhai squad. That football down there has been quite the annoyance for those birds. She's an important player. And she's very dusty as she makes her way back.
Yeah, she has.
Lineup.
She does a fair bit of their fifth tackle options as well, Dale. So she'll be a big loss if she can't carry on in this game. She's still walking a bit gingerly there.
Sure. But she's back in it. Just a reminder of how tough Wahine are, how resilient they need to be. This one's launched deep, taken with skill again. And a ton of confidence on show here for the player at the back. So it's Caitlin Baholo 32 out from the line. It's the Price. A little bit of a lull there. What was building momentum cut off at the knees somewhat, and they have to start building it up again. That's a good run from Samita. Again, Albert Jones cleverly getting it out wide, coming back into the traffic. It's sensible as well, but Lamanu, powerful work on D. Touchdown to Fino. Fino's all about that. It's pushed back about 5 or 6 metres. Albert Jones with a bullet pass down the left edge. Wanting to get it away is Vainu. Ruto appealing to the referee. Saying he thought maybe there's a knock-on in there as Albert Jones is hounded by Fetinika. That's been played off the boot and then recovered nicely by Manurewa.
He's called knock-on here.
Your read on that, TJ?
Yeah, I didn't actually quite see it. I'm trying to watch through the glass here instead of on the TV screen, but it's played off the foot. I don't think that's a knock-on there, but I think it might be in the contest here. She's tried to regather the ball, maybe.
Have a better angle for it here.
Yeah, so that's play on. Oh, yeah, fair call as well. Good call by the touchy Lau. Lau's been involved in refereeing as well at a pretty high level here in Auckland, so he knows what he's looking at. So it's just when picking up to regather the ball, you've got to pick it up cleanly rather than sliding it on the line.
Let's put them under some pressure here as Point Chev can smell blood in the water here now. So they start to circle. It sets an opportunity. It's not far away as Pamela McCarty gets into the mix. 15 to play here in the 2022 Grand Final Women's Premiership. Arnett Scanlon, less than 10 from the line, the back rower. Samita, Patuki, keeping it alive. Tohalaliku, she's close to the line, but a little lock on too. She goes to ground.
I think he's called touched in flight here. So it looks like Point Chev are getting the feed here on the scrum as well.
Thanks, TJ. Good eyes, man. Touched in flight. I didn't quite see that myself.
Yeah, no, neither did I. I'm just reading off what the officials are calling. But
well, this is a stiff challenge here. Chevalier take it from the scrum basin. They push it out wide. Albert Jones and Lamanu have had a good old ding-dong battle here this afternoon to the number 6s. Nancy CK. Backs herself towards the try line, just 5 metres out from the try line here. Point Chev, building, back on the inside. McCarty. Driven to ground here by Fitamika. Samita. Albert Jones. Wide up for Arkolo. Arkolo gets towards the line of momentum.
He's called penalty.
No, he says. Referee Miller. So I'm not satisfied with that. Something to make it look like momentum got her through. Let's have another look at it. Close. Real close. Referee didn't hesitate though on his decision. He's had a good game today too.
Yeah, shame there too. I don't think she needed to promote that ball. I think momentum probably would have got her over the try line there, but some good desperation defence by Rochelle Lamanu.
Yeah, like you, I think if she'd instead of tucked it in, she would have got across the stripe anyway.
Coming down to the championship minutes as well. On this one here, Dale. Still just over 10 minutes of play left. It's been going backwards and forwards this contest at the moment. Still locked up at 6-all.
Well, we wondered too. There's the field goal option too, which I don't know if they've got too many exponents in either squad.
Oh, Matua, number 18, Matua's got a decent drop kick on her. So,
have you seen her use it before?
Yeah, she's got a hefty range on her as well. So, look for her to be a sharp shooter here if it goes down to the wire.
Still perhaps not into that zone. It's 12 to play, but let's see what unfolds in the next few moments. Good, solid carry this time around once again. It's Te Hiamatu this time around. 32 out from the line. As Rota peels away, joined by Wiki, who straightens the attack onto the 20-metre line now.
Few players cramping up.
There's Rota holding up. That ball's gone to ground, and such a disappointment out wide there to Edinga. Eye off the prize and suffers the fate of losing possession. They're just starting to build towards the try line. They're setting an attack. 6 apiece.
Need to get some of that pickle juice on there too, Dale. A few girls from Point Chev cramping up. That can happen after having the week off as well before finals on occasion.
Surely. Yeah, it's been tough work out there today. Mostly defensive work, as you can see by the scoreline, but even so, it's been hard yakka.
With tries comes break and play too, Dale. So obviously ball's been in play a fair bit today. I know there's been a couple of stoppages with injuries, etc., but this girl's been a physical encounter so far.
That's Momo, once again, proving very effective. And she too gets up gingerly. Back to one. Here's the runners here. Samita once again. Grabbed high. Chance for 2. This time they can go on with it, sure. But she was claimed high. And coming across the top was Maitua Fetarika.
Yeah, they just need to be patient there. It looks like they're going for the tap. I'm just looking to see what the sideline's calling over here, but they need to complete the set here. Defensively, Manurewa just need to keep turning up for each other.
Here's Taituko right in front of the sticks now. And the chance comes with the big charging number 8. Lilieta Momo. She's driven back after getting close. And here's Samita. Poor play the ball.
Oh, he's ruled that she's played it incorrectly. She's playing sideways.
Right when you need everything to come together on the line. Let's have a look here. Is that for real?
Yeah, another good call by on-field official. Got to play it straight up and down the field. She's facing the sideline there on the play the ball too. So he's had a good game, has Dave Miller.
Yeah, he has. I agree. TJ. He's officiated this with a cool head.
He has.
Wow, look at us. Into the last 10 minutes. People are cramping up everywhere. What else can we witness in what has been an intriguing final here for the big prize at the big dance? And you've got the action here on Sky Sport. Great to share the afternoon with you. Rugby league fans here, there, and everywhere. What's going to happen at the back end? Will we be going to extra time? Should we end up in Golden Point? These are all questions that remain unanswered here at this stage. 8.5 minutes to play here in the grand final. What about
Point Chev looking to do an interchange here too with Capri. Pikau coming back on by the look of it too, Dale. She's fresh with some fresh legs around the ruck.
She's a skillful player, real talent. This lady's had a big, bold run
Great
again.
run.
Love that from Teedinger.
She's had some tough carries today.
Can they continue the roll on? Maintain momentum. It's the 5th and final tackle here. Trying to make the split. Ball's gone out, still alive. Still alive for Manurewa. The dummy. The finish is right on the money. It's Widak Kohu who is in the score for Manurewa. With 7.5 to play. What a try. The setup was superb.
Yeah, outstanding play here. They've identified that there's been some space on their left edge. And again, some great fundamental skills shown there with the catch and pass. And there's no way when you get a front row out on the edge like that, Dale, that they are going to be passing the ball. Nice little run here by Maitua Fetarika. Great offload. Mackenzie Wiki again with the late pass. There you go, show and go. Big front row on the edge. It could be the match winner.
The confidence to dummy. Well, it could be, but then again, we've seen some unusual things in league. It's unusual to see the big prop forward out wide anyway. But I must also acknowledge too the work of Mackenzie Wiki in there once that ball did come to her.
Yeah, quick thinking to get that pass away. Obviously identified the space. Big kick here now with just over 5 minutes left to play.
So Weda Kuhu in to score in the 73rd minute.
I believe currently living down in Wellington as well, so she's been flying up to games and things like that each week to be a part of this. So great show of determination to be up here and dedication.
She takes her time with her work off the tee. That's the number 18, Kirimatua. Kira Denise, as she's known also. Picture of concentration, important 2 points right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. And the pressure. Too much, as you can hear from the crowd on the far side saying, hey, a converted try will get us home here, so it's going to be all or nothing. 10-6, scoreline, 5 to play here in the final.
What a great final, and we're coming down to the business end. And again, could that conversion prove costly for Manurewa? 5 minutes left to play, as we see the replay, Waitua Fitarika. Great offload there. Then Mackenzie Wiki, quick thinking. Just for those people back at home watching this game, carrying the ball in 2 hands, keeping the opposition in 2 minds there. Who going in for her first try for today.
And we've got a player still down in the in goal, but I think the referee is going to allow play to go on. In fact, it's Mackenzie Wiki. Is in some trouble. And as the referee Dave Miller, is he waiting up?
Yeah, daughter of the great Kiwi legend, Ruben Wiki. Shout out to the Wiki and Stowers whānau. They'll be at home watching today.
Well, she's talented too. She's an awesome contributor to New Zealand Rugby League. And indeed Canberra Rugby League, to be honest with Rubes. Yeah, real good man. King of Carver. So we're underway with 5 to play here in the final. 10-6 scoreline. They'll be looking for some mistake-free football here from the team in yellow. It's the Manurewa Kōwhai. Fitarika once again. Plenty tough. Just trying to create a mistake. As Kelly Maipi comes to the party. Rota. You can smell success. And then the ball's jarred loose. Crystal Stowers gets the ball jarred loose on the 40-metre line. Well, how important might this be? Boom.
Great contact. Brave run there by Crystal Stowers too. Not the biggest forward in the game, but she's definitely very tough, very physical. She's met by some good defence there by number 18.
Tatiana Fino. So, the Point Chevalier Pirates now. Their destiny is in their own hands here now for this proud women's team, the defending champions of Women's Rugby League. Work to be done though. Defence has been strong from both teams. Can it last? 3.5 to play. To the back rower, Annette Scanlon. She's to ground, 20 from the line. An exciting conclusion to what's been a classy game of rugby league here at Mount Smart.
Late offload here.
Molia Fraser kicking it away to Paiko. Here's Albert Jones on the far side. Ball to ground. And then play up, wrapped up on the far side of the field. Desperate defensive efforts.
Back to 1. It's another big defensive set here for Manurewa.
So they will have to withstand the barrage. This time it's Manurewa Fraser again. Fetzenike's been working tirelessly. Down the left edge, they come a-calling. They come a-looking. Here they come. The Point Chevalier Pirates are put away. And don't be at all surprised that it's Crystal Rota with the defensive work.
Another cramp.
Yep. The pickle juice you referred to is a concoction made up by your own special hands there. Hey, TJ?
Well, someone needs to get something out there because these girls are cramping up left, right and centre at the moment. They need some healthy players out there. They need everyone on the ball attacking their goal line, but Manurewa scrambling hard at the moment with season on the line, literally.
10-6. Have a look. They're all going to get in the hunt. Manurewa Fraser gets the ball across the Pātuki. Is still alive. Tokalahiko with the ball. She's got it away from one, but she can't get through. Kere Hitina Denise's tackle. Kere bold and tough as it comes wide again for Albert Jones. Searching out left. Coming back onto the inside. Not played at. Played at. Manurewa have the ball.
Rewa ball.
So Manurewa now, look at them in the crowd. They sense that they can control the football for the whole set. Send it down the other end of the field. Work hard. They'll get to the hooter with the scoreboard intact. 10-6. 1.5 minutes to play here in the 2022 ARL Women's Premiership.
Just for everyone at home as well, our score clock might not be the same as the one down there with the match manager.
And that's very true, worth noting.
Be mindful.
It's a guide for us here, but they're not linked, if you know what I mean. We've had quite a few stoppages too, so it could differ markedly. Just over a minute from our read, though.
Good run.
There's Fetzenike. Again, gee, she's been powerful. It's a very good work. The coaching staff have been really wrapped with her contribution here this afternoon. The ball's launched. And that ball's put down, then picked up. This is the icing on the cake. This is the exclamation mark, and who better to make it? The kid at Matsua. They celebrate now. They've got the job done. And Manurewa are the 2022 ARL Women's Premiership champions.
What an outstanding grand final. All of these ladies have played their hearts out today.
Great scenes, great images. And who better to get the icing on the cake too than the number 18 has been such a contributor here this afternoon.
Taking your score to 14, Manurewa. 6 points here for the Kingston.
There's the hooter. Now, you work hard all year to get yourself into a position to vie for the title. But then you get out and you know you've got 80 minutes of tough footy ahead of you. And finally, they're able to taste success that they've worked so hard for. There's the two sisters in there as well. Isn't that a beautiful sight? You know, it's been played in a great spirit. Nothing untoward going on out in the middle today. Perhaps even the Manurewa crowd might have helped to get him across the line. And it was so desperate. And at the back there, when Va'akolo, I think it was Paris Pickering, just combined to take the catch. Still there was a lot of work to do if they had to get out of jail. In the end, they sort of clashed, ball goes to ground. And Kenny was there to top it all off. And Karanaina Wetakohu will get her chance to put her name on the scoreboard. And in the history books, here, as we witness a 14-6, will it be 16-6? You bet! 16-6 scoreline.
Hooter's gone.
And the hooter goes. The celebrations can start. The whole suburb of Manurewa pumped full of pride. And these wonderful wahine.